you're putting yourself and other people in danger, that's a sackable offence. Or at least a dismissible offence where you'd be put on paid leave until an investigation is shored up before you end up getting back to work, if you've got a job left at the end of it, depending on how heinous it is. I know this because I've fallen foul of it so many times with my mental health. It's how people sack me. That's why I've turned into self-employment, which I am now learning about the law for self-employment because I'm going to need to do it to make sure I'm a legal company as a sole trader. So as me, man, I'd protect yourself. Like, you're being honest and forthright with your boss, right? And you're letting them know. So don't let them push you around just because you're capable of doing other fucking things. Yeah, you're capable of doing other things and you're able to go into work, but you're physically incapable of doing one particular specific aspect of your job, and that is carrying the weight of those tires. If that's the case, then you're allowed a reasonable adjustment, in which case the reasonable adjustment is someone else carries that tyre for you to fit that tyre and do your job.
Or they stick him in the office.
Yeah, or they stick him in the office and you do reduced capability until you're fucking healed. It's as simple as that, man.
Well, that's what I asked him to do.
And that's
I
what
said, is there no way I can do... Do you know when it happened? I spoke to Brad and I was like, oh, I don't want to be off work and that. And Brad advised me, he was like, oh, should go and ask him and see if he'll do like reduced light duties or if someone will let you go in the van. And then I asked him.
But not just for 2 fucking days, man.
But no, well, that's what I mean. But I asked him,
You have a union rep,
well, the other week, the other week I asked him when it happened. And at the time of asking him, he said no. He said he said our insurance wouldn't cover it. He said because we can't classify anything.
It's got nothing to do with fucking insurance. It's got everything to do with the health and safety executive that he would have needed to sign off on before ever running the company and employing anybody. So fuck all to do with insurance.
Just what I'd advise you to do, Todd. Like I say, go to work tomorrow. Just say, look, I'm going to go to the doctor to check out my wrist. Because I don't think my wrist is working how it should after yesterday's and the day before.
And I'm not going to be funny, I can even play on where I've smacked it with the hammer because the lad who was with me today, as soon as I did it and I jumped up, he jumped.
Yeah, there you go. So you got an eyewitness to another.
Obviously.
To return back to work, I think I'm going to go back to the doctor and have my wrist checked on. So I don't think it's working how it should be, right? And just say, look, whilst I'm here, my wrist isn't working and it's causing me to not be as good at my job and causing me to potentially injure myself as I did yesterday.
Yeah, and then
again.
That's what I mean, I haven't told him about hitting the hammer on my hand, and I can just be like,
if you need to speak
on
to
home and that, and my hand's been in pain even more.
Yeah.
But go on, sorry, lad, sorry.
Yeah. And just say, look, mate, you can verify that happened, but I feel like my wrist, by doing what I'm doing, is not healing. So look, I'm gonna go back to the doctor, see what they say, and then can we have a chat about me still working so I can still be of use to you. Because that's what I want to do, but in a way that is not going to affect my wrist.
Or your job.
Depending and be just like, I can share what my doctor says with you if that would help you in understanding what's going on.
Which technically you don't have to because that's private and confidential, and that comes under GDRP.
Just be like, I'd be happy to, because that would make him go, oh shit, yeah, I'd have to listen
No.
to this.
No, I thought that he ain't saying nothing to do with me, doctor.
Yeah, but you can say, alright, see, you can, but be
nah,
like...
because he's the kind of guy that will say, well, go on then. And he'll want to phone the doctor's lad and verify it.
Give someone an inch and they'll take a mile.
Which is exactly the reason you saying that is exactly the reason why you want to let him know, and also don't let him take your fucking liberties that he's letting you work while you're in an injured state. Yeah? Because at the end of the day, if you end up too injured to carry on doing the work and he comes back and says, oh, why didn't you fucking tell me? Oh, you now can't work here because you are a liability, it's not covered with insurance, so sayonara, see you later. At least if you're doing it now and you're making all the right noises and all the right steps, if he does fucking get rid of you, you've got a leg to stand on, because then it's unfair dismissal.
Yeah. Well, this is it yesterday when I come back. Because what basically he said to me, he was like, blah, 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 the insurance,
let me hop out the ship, by the way.
Let me go to, let me go to, what do you call it, speak to the insurance this morning and I'll, let them know, blah, 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 and if Gunny can come with you or not. So that's what happened. So when I come back, it was like, by the time you come back, I'll have an answer for you.
Yeah. Right,
if
so
you can...
He's giving you the answer with insurance then.
Well,
So you
if the
found that away now and say, oh, well, now the insurance doesn't cover you for not doing your job, blah, blah, blah. If anything else changes from this point onwards, he's being an awful dickhead. No offense.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. He has said that's what I mean, because when I did say it to him yesterday, and I was like, well, what do you want me to go home and that? And he was like, nah, didn't know. He didn't say anything. He just kind of looked at me like, no. I could see in his face he was saying no. And I was like, well, what do you mean? And are you just saying, like, just get on with it, basically? And he kind of, like, just smiled a little bit, like, yeah, just get on with it, lad.
Making you make the decision for him, essentially. That, to me, dude, says that you need to go back to that, like Brad said, go back, making the right noises, making the right fucking... Give yourself the right decisions and options to make, right? Cover your ass, go to the doctors, get it checked out again. Be a little bit exaggerative with them, as well as being honest. Like, you know, it fucking hurts.
No, because I'm one of these. I don't like to exaggerate. Do you know what I mean? I'd be honest. I would tell her, like, I'm not getting the pain in there when you're pressing that.
But at the end of the day, it's stopping you from doing your work, though, isn't it? Fully and completely. That's not a fucking lie. But you're selling yourself. It sounds like you're being honest about it to the point of selling yourself short. Going, well, yeah, I can do this. It just fucking hurts when I do it. Yeah, no. If it fucking hurts while you're doing it, stop. That's the whole point of health and safety at work. Like, it's not doing you any favours. You are not letting it heal properly. So you're then culpable for willfully putting yourself in that position of keeping yourself injured at work, which is where he'll take it as a liability case and say, well, you accepted that you said to me that you were healthy enough to come back to work, and you're not. You've now cost me money, so off the shop, goodbye, because you didn't tell me. I was like, but I did tell you. I was above board and honest about it. That's how they get people, man. That's how they get people.
I love you and leave you, boys. I'm going to call it a night.
Alright, fingers.
I shall be on tomorrow.
Yeah,
take it easy. It's Friday tomorrow.
Yep, I'm jumping up as well. I'll catch you guys later as well.
Cool, man. Take it easy, boys.
You two guys, take care.
Yeah. So what hangar have you gone to, Brad?
I'm trying to, like, fix my ship. Does it keeps, like, I'm going to try and damage it here and then try and land it. It's broken.
I'll just go in tomorrow and I'll just say, look, Dan, can I have a word with you privately? Because that's another thing as well, do you know what I mean? Conversations are always in front of people.
Yeah, they are.
This pisses me off, man.
As you said earlier, it sounds like he's a closer boss because he's a form of a friend. But if he's any kind of friend that's worth a grain, then he'd be understanding that it's better for you to take the time off now for a couple of weeks to get fucking healed with the doctors than it is to exacerbate it 6 weeks down the line. He's got a bigger problem on his hands and you've got a bigger one. That's what I'd be doing. Like, it is tough being in that position of being worried.
I'll just kind of put it across to him as well. I'll just put it across to him. I'll say, look, because he knows a game on the PC and that. I'll just put it across to him. I'll just say, look, I spoke to one of my mates on a PC last night, blah, blah, blah. And he just overheard me talking about it at first and then asked what had happened. And I'll just say, look, he's had it happen to him. And I'll just blag it that way. I'll just say, look, from what he said in his experience, like,
mate,
I
I've
shouldn't.
damaged myself as an HGV driver. I've had my fingers trapped in the tip of back doors. I've had them slam on me. I've caught my leg in the fucking door getting into the cab. And then, you know, the weight of some of those Volvo and Scania doors, they ain't fucking light. Especially when the wind takes them and you're not fully in your seat yet and it comes for your fucking ankle. Like,
exactly.
You know, it's like occupational hazards aside, which is to be expected for some of those things. You've still got to let them know so it can be reported so that they know what condition you're in for work. So if anything else happens above or beyond that, you are covered because you fucking told them. So they can then legally give you days off or advise you go to the doctor. So bigwigs in head office that's somewhere else comes down and goes, well, why is this guy not working? Why have you logged this and blah blah blah? It's to stop investigations and people sniffing their nose around, where they are concerned about like site insurance or public liability insurance, the shit that actually covers you. You know, because if you're part of a bigger chain than just a one-stop shop or like a convenience store on the corner, you know, your corner shop or whatever, like that has the job. That's what those protocols are there to do, to protect you. But I've had experiences where I've had laws that I'm supposed to be protected by as someone with mental health working in these jobs not protect me because they find ways to get out of it, right? Whether it's physical health or mental health. So I've had it on both sides of the coin, for big companies and small companies. So you've got to protect yourself, otherwise it causes you a fucking headache later on. And even though they've essentially broken the law, whether it's a form of discrimination or whether it's breaking the Health and Safety Act or whatever it is, they'll always find a way to get out of it and make you the fucking problem because you're the one. That's why they can get rid of you. Yeah? Because, you know, what leg have you got to stand on if you try to take it to court, if they can legally get rid of you because you're the one that made the mistake? Not them, they've done their job. Well, you didn't do your job because you didn't tell us. Or you didn't do your job because you carried on working when you had an injury. You know, you could have hurt someone else, or you were putting other people at risk, or you shouldn't have been working because you were injured. You know, all that shit. They always try to put the onus to make the right noises, go see the doctor, keep them updated, you know, go to reduced work, because you're not then out of work. You might be on slight reduced hours of pay, and they might not like it, but they'll like that more than say they sack you and you have a case to go to court and tribunal or through a union to say you've got rid of me illegally. You know, they'll have a fucking headache then, because then you'll be able to prove that you were injured on the job because of their records. You'll have all the stuff with the doctor because they told you to go check it out, but you wanted to do it off your own back. All that, do you know what I mean? Like, what are they going to want to do?
Well, that's it, like...
Reduce your pay for a few weeks so you can heal, get rid of you entirely and have to pay thousands to go through advertising your job and then finding the right person who might not have the right experience or might not be the right fit, and then have to pile the work onto someone else and pay them overtime. That's going to cost them more. Or do they want to like keep things as a status quo? You end up more injured, you end up being dismissed illegally for whatever reason, and then you've got a fucking lawsuit on the hand that they'll have to pay out thousands and thousands of pounds in legal fees. What looks like or sounds like a better option to you? You know, that's the way you've got to think, because unfortunately that's the way this world works. No matter how friendly your boss is, no matter whether he's your mate who you've gone into business with. I want to quit
sugary drinks for a week, especially ice.
Can I just jump into it? Tell him to hang it too.
Well, I can't see you, lad, because FingerBlaster left, innit? So you've gone off me, Matt.
I think you're right on top of each other, because I can see all of you.
Yeah, just tell him to hang it too. Yeah, just tell him to hang it too.
Yeah, I can see it now, I can see it. I need to try and figure out how do I get back to the...
And also set this share as well. Go and do one of these.
Contract shared, is that you two?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, I'll join in on that. I'm still stuck in fucking...
I'm just gonna have to go in tomorrow and speak to him properly.
Yeah, like you say, don't be... Like, you're not trying to be a dick about it, you're just trying to be honest and upfront about it. But
Well, this is it, I'm trying to get back to work, do you know what I mean? I am trying to go to work.
But you can't then turn around and be doing jobs that are going to keep you injured because you're not giving it a chance to rest, you know, and fix itself. Because again, job security, job protection aside, like, everyone needs to be in that position, but you can't then be doing stuff that
we're on a different ship.
I can't lie, like, obviously I did manage to pick the tyre up. You know what I mean? I can pick it up, it's just putting pressure.
Yeah.
And then obviously earlier on I picked up a big tyre.
Yeah, so the risk assessment for that job is you can't consider. Yeah? And you, as an employee, have got to protect yourself from those instances. That's why you're watching training videos before you start working these jobs. That's why you went to college to go get trained to do it and all that jazz, yeah? You can't just ignore it now.
Come meet us Like,
Yeah, I see it. I'm just trying to get this fucking elevator to work so I can get in a fucking
wait
better
for
ship.
you
But I
here.
think I might just have to leave as it is.
Go in a small ship. You
I
can
am.
hop,
I'm in my
you can-
car.
Go like something you can go inside of the prices. Not inside of the prices, inside of the character.
Again, I would do if I could get into the ASOP screen and so do Babbage, but that's the problem. I've just landed in Dutton and then it's not letting me go on the elevator, so I'm stuck in the hangar. But I should be able to fly out the hangar and come to you. Just wanted to get some bits and pieces before I did.
You can pull out a small ship, but it's confirmed.
Yeah, I'll be as quick as I can. Just stay there.
That's all. I gotta wait for this character
Oh,
there anyway.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure
That's
how
still gonna take
the
7 minutes.
back end. So, yeah, it was the one we were on last night. There is a chance I might be able to put the cutter in sideways. Potentially. If not, I'll get there and just pull out the Titan. Because I know my Titan goes in the back of the carrot.
Yeah.
Are you doing bunker missions, yeah?
Yeah.
Sick. I've got fucking good machine.
I'm just going a bit paranoid now. I'll just go in tomorrow, just speak to him. And
But
at the end of the day, obviously, if I can go to the doctors on Saturday, because as I say, it's been 10 days, and so if that woman said to me 10 to 14 days, then it must show up, mustn't it? Do you know what I mean? It isn't swollen anymore.
Well, it might not
Do you
be
know what I mean?
swollen
It
on the
isn't
outside,
swollen.
but it can still be swollen on the inside, and that's why you're still getting the pain, right?
Yeah.
All you're doing is looking after your own interests so that you are capable in the future to work at 100% of your capacity. Right now, you're at 90 to 95. That's not a problem. Nothing to be ashamed about. There's nothing to be like, I need to work and stuff. But at the same time, you can't ignore it, you know. So it's like, yeah, you've got that appointment. It's been the 10 days. You're not being paranoid. You're just being mindful and careful, which is something that a lot of people in fucking 6 to 5 jobs or 9 to 5 jobs generally don't tend to do unless they're higher risk jobs, or like myself, or it's mental health based. So I have
Talking
to
about, obviously, as you say, do you know what I mean? Like driver's life, anyone's life, the members of the public lives, my life, it's all in my hands. You know what I mean? So if anything goes wrong and it goes to court, I would be questioned in the box. Why didn't you do this? Why did you do that? Why did you?
So you got to
You know
think
what I mean?
about
So I just say,
your injury right now, even though it's not necessarily a life-threatening or life-changing injury, it might not necessarily affect other people. It certainly affects you and your job. Which, in that instance, what if your mind was elsewhere and at the time, and you were placing out your cones and your high vis or your lights or whatever to rescue and do that job on the hard shoulder with shit flying by at 50, 60, 70 miles an hour plus, and your mind's elsewhere because you're injured? Who's going to be liable then if something did happen and, like you say, it goes to that instance in court and you're being questioned? Where do you think it's going to fall? Yeah. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, the nitty gritty stuff, that's exactly what companies use to put the blame on anyone but themselves, so that they don't have to use that public liability insurance to pay out. Because then their premiums go higher, right? It means they've got to make cuts elsewhere, which is usually in their bottom line. They don't like it.
The other thing you got to think about as well is if you're doing a breakdown like that on a live carriageway, right?
You drop a tyre.
Yeah. You ain't in
Right,
control
hang
of
on.
shit.
Right, this will give you a rough idea what it's like and what they've got to deal with. Right, what do you think the average life expectancy is for a breakdown operative working on a live carriageway?
no.
Well, every chance you take as soon as you get out of that vehicle is 50-50, right? So
In minutes.
yeah,
In minutes.
If it's
Give it a
50-50,
time.
I would say it's probably it's going to be under 120 seconds, surely, on average.
The expected life expectancy for anybody in breakdown or recovery work, like working on a live carriageway, this is motorways or dual carriageways, the average life expectancy is 13 minutes.
What do you mean when you're saying life expectancy?
So
How long you're expected to live while
So
you're doing that job.
basically, they've
totaled
tallied it.
outside the van.
Yeah.
So from you getting outside the van to back inside the van, they've timed loads of people doing that job, right? So if right, do a certain week, right? And then someone else did 16 minutes, someone else did 20 minutes, someone else did 10 minutes, someone else did 5 minutes. But then you had loads of people who started dying within 1 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 5 minute, 18 minutes. You know, if they die during that, they all tally it up, and then they go right. The longer someone's, they then divide it by the number, and oh fuck, I'm stoned, so I can't
We
do
know what you
averages
mean.
right now.
Yeah, they find the average. They find the average expectancy.
They
basically.
find the middle basically.
They're saying from the point you get out the vehicle, it's generally statistically 30 minutes or longer.
No,
No.
someone dies average in 13 minutes.
Within
Does
30
13
minutes
minutes.
of pulling up.
Let's do an example. Say you had 50,000 accidents a year, yeah? And of those
Yeah.
50,000, 500 of those involved you and or a person like you doing that job. Out of those 500, those that were outside for 13 minutes, one of those 500 would die. Yeah? Basically, that's not correct maths, but that's a basic metaphor for what Brad's explaining with Grumpy's statistics that he's just told you. Yeah, but that's, we don't know, we haven't got the total numbers, but you imagine how many accidents happen yearly across every fucking road in Britain, and they tally those totals up at the end of the year. That's across every single accident where someone in that job has arrived, where that person has had an accident, and they've tallied it against those that have survived and those that have died to come up with that statistical average. Because you have to take into account those that do that job and survive, as well as those that don't. Right? So it's still increasingly stupidly rare.
Man, it'll be a record then, man, because fucking hell.
It's still
They
a
had
rare
me
thing
on the
to
hard
happen.
shoulder for 3 hours the other week.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what Brad's saying. You've got to take into account those that are there for like the 3 hours where you're sat there waiting for shit to happen before you can do anything, or you know what I mean? Like it's how long you're on site for. And
It's because of these figures that they've worked out. That's why now you're seeing more and more highways agency guys on the motorways and dual carriageways, and why, and then you'll normally find that for things like Arctics and lorries and stuff like that, you'll usually get a police officer turn up as well.
Yeah, because of the size of the vehicle more than anything.
Yeah, and because of how dangerous it is.
Yeah, I've had a couple of accidents that haven't been my fault on paved roads, and it is an absolute furore for just the clean-up job alone, because like it's all involved because you could have immediately killed someone.
Yeah.
You know? So it's not just a case of we've come out just to make sure the traffic's flowing because you're on a 3-1 contraflow, and it's like you've done 30 miles an hour into the back of someone. It's the fact that one, it's a near-death accident. So they have to. It's not just the clean up and what have you.
It's not like an average car. They have to.
It's not, man.
I know that. I'm
yeah,
saying that's
fucking, it's horrible, right?
Yeah, trying to hop in this elevator.
Crazy.
No, they have to come out. Everything has to be reported, and everything has to be monitored.
It's don't get me wrong. It's a quick turnaround. When I had mine with Mick George, because of an fucking VW Amarok decided to cut across 4 lanes on the A14. Yeah, when the stretch between Newmarket and Huntingdon was being redone. No, sorry, the Cambridge turn off to Huntingdon was being redone. Mick George had the contract to deliver all the aggregate for the underneath of the roads. We were delivering like 6F stone and all that sort of shit for the earth movers at the side of the road. Now I pulled out into the contraflow at the bottom end, furthest from Huntingdon to the Cambridge end, where the old little chef used to be, and this Amarok truck came whizzing down the hatch markings of the curve on the corner, cut into 2 lanes of traffic. Everyone's beeping like crazy at him. He went to the very far outside lane, realised that was shut, and had to cut back into 3 lanes of traffic. He cut in front of a little Audi A1 that was in front of me, that slammed his brakes on. That even though I was unladen, I had to slam my brakes on. But even at 20 miles an hour, I still went into the back of him. He is lucky to be alive because he didn't have any rear seats by the time I'd stopped. I stopped with just enough to not go into the back of his driving seat. You know, so man's lucky to be alive. Like, no charges pressed. In my time, dude, like a lot in my time, more than I should have, and it's a wild, wide, and varied net, and it pisses me off sometimes to know as much as I do about useless information, because it seems like, oh, you're a fucking know-it-all, you know? It's like, no, I've just experienced that fucking much in my life for the age that I'm at, that it's fucking excruciating, and sometimes unbearable. It's why I'm bipolar and why half the time I want to commit suicide, you know? So I feel you, but that's what I was saying, like, go get it sorted out, protect yourself, man, because at the end of the day, you're the only one who feels the pain, right? And it's clearly having an impact on your job. You know your own capabilities, but it sounds like even though you don't want to admit that it's impacting on that one facet of your job, it's impacting enough for you to be in pain to do it. That you don't need to be putting up with that, because then you're just going to cause yourself a lifetime injury rather than a repetitive injury versus one that heals. And the first 2 are not fucking preferable, because what would you do then if you're then not capable of doing this job ever again? What are you going to go into afterwards? And then you'd have to consider you've got an injury to consider going into any other job because you didn't look at it now.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I've done the right. Don't get me wrong. I've done the right thing as soon as it happened. Do you know what I mean? It's not like it's happened and I've just been blasé about it and I've been like, ah, nah, it's all right. I'll just get on with that. Fucking as soon as it happened, I was in the X-ray room within 2 or 3 hours later. Do you know what I mean? So they've told me to get it splinted straight away. Do you know what I mean? So I've had a splint on it, and that's what I mean. I've been on paracetamol, I've been on ibuprofen and stuff.
You're doing all the right things to make sure that it's healing properly, but you've now found doing a couple of jobs at work that you can't do those jobs while it's healing, which means you just need to have the common courtesy of being given the time to fucking heal, so that it can heal, so you can get back to 100% and not need to have reduced work at work. It's that simple. And if they don't want to turn around and accept that, well, fucking fuck them. Get your doctor on the case, get him to give you a fucking note and sign you off for 2 weeks. They'll soon fucking bitch and moan then. It's like, well, you had the option of giving me the reasonable adjustments where I can come into work and do my job, just not do, like, picking up the tyres and putting them on. I can still wheel gun and stuff, I can still jack up, I can still turn around and go out to call-outs and shit. I just can't physically do this thing with this hand. Yeah? What are they going to prefer then? They're going to want, I would.
Because I think I am making the wrong decision by preemptively trying to come back for the sake of
coming back.
Me trying to be like, oh, I need to come back, and I do, that's it, and I do. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I don't want to be out of work, like, do you know what I mean? I fucking love being in work. Do you know what I mean? That's what me TikTok. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing it more editing for TikTok to try and get back in so I can create videos and that. Do you know what I mean? I went live this morning to try and have a bit of a chit chat with people and that, and I mean, so I'm not just trying to think of my own self or my own work. I'm trying to think of a following base that I've gained. Do you know what I mean? And I'm trying to be like, oh, well, I need to still be engaging with them.
Yeah, which is fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You do you. And at the same time, protect your own interests. And your interests are your time, your skills to utilise that time to be paid, regardless of whether it's for a company or yourself, and your health and well-being. They're the 3 most important things to any singular soul on this planet, and they've been co-opted by people, by companies and stuff, to make you think that you are to work yourself to the bone and, you know, go above and beyond. For what? How many people go above and beyond and don't get jack shit all for the extra effort? You know?
So let me open that top panel for you.
It's me, I'll go get it checked out and sort it out.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go in tomorrow, obviously, speak to him straight away in the morning and say, listen, I've spoke to some mates last night and obviously they've kind of just advised me a bit, do you know what I mean? Like to just fucking maybe be a bit more concerned instead of just feeling, I don't know. I'll speak to him in the morning.
There's no fucking shame in being hurt, man. Like, that's the other thing as well. Like,
But this is what I mean. He sees it as like, that's what he said earlier on. He was like, oh, because we was going on about my time off.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it was 2.5 days, blah, blah, blah. They've put me down for Saturday. Anyway, cut a long story. He was like, but you spent 2.5 days fucking sitting down on the toilet, pissing like a woman. That pissed me off a little. Didn't piss me off, but that made me feel a little bit like, oh. Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, it made me feel a little bit like, oh, I need to be now, you know what I mean, proving to him that I want to be in my job.
Because how long have you been doing this job for him specifically? If you're out of probation, it's more than 6 months, right?
Yeah, it's a year now.
Right, you've been there 2 years. You have.
Nah, a year.
Okay, so you're coming into your second year. But you've been there long enough now to have proved your worth, otherwise you wouldn't be. And they've got to give reasons as to why they're going to dismiss you. What's that going to be? Oh, we got rid of him because he had too much time off. Why did he have too much time off? Oh, well, he fucked his hand up. And he told us he was fine to work, but then he wasn't again. It's like, but then did you give him enough time to heal? What are they going to do then? You have all this stuff with the doctors and the rest of it, right? They've got logs for what you've talked about. Like I say, it's all about covering your own arse at the end of the day. Because I've been in a similar situation numerous times, and I've ended up losing my job because they found me to be a liability because of my mental health, and they found ways to get around it because discrimination, right? But they've done it in such a way that stops me from going to a tribunal or a court of law to say it was discrimination, even though they hired me on the basis of knowing my mental health. Yeah? The one that gets me is my previous job, the most recent job that I lost because of my physical health, because I went into work with a cold that developed into a fever, and then I had to take a day off because I was physically sick, right? But I'd been there long enough to, one, be out of probation, and two, have earned enough sick days to be able to take a week off if I really wanted to. I only needed 2 days, but the cunts loaded my truck up with orders for the next day, and because they'd loaded it up with one of their best clients, and my truck didn't go out, they tried to use the excuse of, oh, well, you could have cost us the contract with our client, whilst you were off, which they knew about, because they signed off me being off for 2 days. The second day that I had off, they phoned me in the evening to tell me not to come back in ever again, and I lost my job. My employment support worker from the NHS and my neurodiversity champion at the job centre spent a week and 3 days trying to get me that job back because they were trying to convince them of all of the laws and rules that they'd broken in doing that. Did the company give a fuck? Did they fuck? That's why I'm sat here becoming self-employed and being signed off work and shit, because I'm sick to death of having that be my experience with literally every employer I've ever encountered since the age of 17, and I'm 37 now. I've been doing truck driving for the past decade, and every single agency, every single employer, as soon as you become a liability to them, they get rid of you because it is cheaper to replace you than it is to give you all of these opportunities, right? But that's only because I waited on things. I didn't do things immediately. I thought I could hang it out to dry. I thought I could turn around and be better. Like, I should have not gone in from that weekend. I should have had the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday off. So instead of going into work on the Monday ill with a cold and then seeing me at work like with a fever, short trips, and that I had enough time to take breaks whenever the fuck I wanted, I was only doing like 5 loads in that day.
Look outside, Connor. Sorry, man.
No, you're right.
Look outside the window.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your insurance claim has
Look
been
outside the what?
been moved to our storage facility. Your insurance claim has been... Thank you.
How do I put this pen away?
Press it. Twit.
Right, I'm just getting
How
my
do I do that?
Titan
Oh,
now that I'm
Please
off
visit us again. Goodbye.
I'll be able to shove that in the back of your account very shortly.
How do I drink?
Take your helmet off.
How do I do that?
go into
aside.
inventory.
Then drag it off your head.
Then grab your bowl, stick it in your hand, get out of the inventory, and then just hold the left click. Shit, I need to do exactly the same.
I'm doing all something and then in something dark. Something dark.
There we go. Oh, I didn't even hydrate all the way. Well, that's a bit shit. Let's just do the old deep trick.
Fucking doing zoomies on this shit, mate.
Full bottle of drink again. Yes, I do. Tea bottles completely filled. And you just go in between EVA.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been
Wanna go open that door?
Your back door is open.
Hold it. Yeah,
I'm just about to get to the hang it,
that's
yeah,
where we're at.
I see it.
If you want to go outside, come up here. You want to put your helmet on, by the way.
Yeah. Can you go outside for that helmet? Won't get far.
Right. Oh, I'm going to pop off now, gents.
Yeah, no worries, bro.
And you. All right. And I hope to catch you all tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
All right. And you. See you later.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, all fell asleep.
The old food camera's going. Oh, he's not had enough coffee, did he?
You are clear to launch.
Ready?
On my way to the other side.
You are clear to launch.
We guide you in.
Guide me in, I should be right. Well, yeah, if you've got some flashing lights and then sticks they use and the old runways.
Tea on you. Hey, motherfucker. Up. Forward.
Well, you're what's it ain't moving unless you put me in there. Maybe put me in the top
Yeah.
here.
In the fancy door.
So is it a quick recovery time?
Oh shit, I can't fit in. It's a little bit too fucking big. It's not wide enough. What, a scaphoid?
Will it go in the front door? No, this bit's bigger, isn't it?
That bit. See, I think my width is a little too much there. I know I can get this in the back application, but I don't think it might be this one. I might have to get the vulture out. Not Vulture.
Oh, why is it not letting me go inside then?
Because I'm a
Got
little too
like
wide.
what?
My wings are a little too
No.
wide. That's alright, I'll get me
Please
I'll
proceed
get
to
something
side
else out.
landing.
I've got something else. I know that will fit. I'm gonna get one on wings.
I've got a little ship I can pull out if you like. If you fly me back in, I can pull out a ship. I got one of those like pyramid looking ships.
I'll go get my bike because I need to practice on my bike anyway. I've had it for
Alright,
ages and I've only used it like 3 times. But I want to get really good at it. 'Cause it's a nice bike.
It'd be cool if you could actually use the escape pods.
They're supposed to be bringing them in though, aren't they? So, yeah, they're supposed to be bringing them in. I think after it'll be the next thing that they start working on is some of the ancillary shit. Once 323's dropped, I looked at the roadmap the other day, and funnily enough, when I extracted this game's P4K file, I've been chatting to some of the people in the community who've been helping me with some of the memory stuff with regards to the P4K.
Have a pleasant stay.
The guy who's physically developed the tools to extract the game, the tools are available on RSI site, added me on Facebook after my conversation. So only corrected me on a couple of little things because my compression layer information encoding is like 2-3 years out of date. So he updated me on some of their processes and shit. So I've now got a way into the back. I've got a back door into the dev team basically. Should be able to pull the bike out of this station. I'll say I'll try it.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Oh, you can't. You're not in the list. Okay, I'm going to pull something else.
Your
out.
insurance claim has been sent. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Please visit us again.
I know this is small
Goodbye.
enough because it's the smallest shit. Come on. I'll just have to follow you in the ship.
Don't work, I'll pull out one of my tool
No,
sets.
you're alright. I've just literally pulled out my smallest ship. There ain't no way this thing ain't gonna fit. This thing's so tiny. Like, it's basically a box with a pilot stick on it. This has to fit. In fact, there's no way this can't fit. If it doesn't fit, I will eat my own fucking... Can't reach, but that means I'll have to cut it off first.
Systems on.
Come on.
You are clear to launch. You are clear to launch.
Engines on. Launch complete.
Fine, that took forever. Yeah, there's no way this little drone of a ship ain't gonna fit in your fucking carrack now. If it doesn't, this game's fucking lying.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Oh, is that little fucker?
Yeah, fucking cargo ship, this thing I have to do. Wouldn't let me pull out the bike, so I'll do this instead.
His way to fix the holes in all right.
These would all fit in the back of that thing, actually.
Yeah, innit? A little tiny dropship. Woo! That's it.
Engines up.
looks like you have to duck to get in, and then the guy doesn't, so he just scrapes his head on the ceiling.
Did you upgrade your MPV to the car?
No, because I didn't have the money. Unfortunately, but I will do soon because I'm going to be earning some money from some jet watching, like actual in real life jet watching. So that'll be the next thing that I do.
Okay.
Because I have to. I need to do it before the wife. I lose my cover. It's nice. So,
we can do some bunker missions if you want to come join us.
yeah, you say we're doing bunker missions, but you engage the
Well,
supply requests. 1 delivery of 3 has been completed. That is your mission.
No.
It's not. I have to cancel it.
The other one timed out,
Oh dear.
so I'll just do another one. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Let me just get rid of that first then.
If I was to go to the hospital on Saturday afternoon, instead of going back to where I went the other day, because it's been 10 days, even so, the hospital should x-ray it, shouldn't they?
Only if they have an order from your GP to whoever's seen you initially to get it done. They don't just give you x-rays there and then. Unless you come in as an emergency, i.e. they can physically see that you've got a broken arm, broken hand, broken bone, and you need to be seen in the emergency room. Otherwise, you'll just be sat there until they get to you, because it's a priority basis. That's the problem. Like, it'd be nice to be able to walk into doctors or in the hospital and go, "Can you just x-ray this, please? Because I think I've broken it." But until they've seen everyone else who's got actual broken arms, I mean, you ain't going to see for shit unless you walk in there with a piece of paper with the appointment already got your slate for the time I've done.
So what would you say then? Maybe go back to where I had it done then? Because that was like a walk-in centre.
Yeah, if it's a walk-in centre that's turned around, if they're capable of doing it, they're the ones that did it last time, ask them to do it again. Because then you'll be dealing with the same people who've told you the information you've told us. Yeah? If they have more concerns, you can ask them and request that they elevate their current situation. Go, okay then, so you now need to give me an emergency form to be able to go to the hospital and get a proper x-ray done by a proper doctor who is specialised in hand wrist the second time, and from the discovery of the second time will advise you on what to do. In that examination or in that conversation, they will determine or potentially even ask you, do you want to see someone at the doctor's? Or you can request it. Don't forget, you're in this situation, you are a customer. The customer's always right. So you can request it, and you can push to request it, whether you want a second opinion or not. They then have to follow a next set of protocol, because the customer has then requested the next bit of protocol. Yeah, most people just listen to the doctor and go, alright, that's what you've said, so that's what I'm doing, and fuck off out of it. But if you're the customer, you can request shit. And people don't know that. You can request shit, and you can refuse to leave until you've got that. Because it's not like you're asking for anything under the sun, you're asking for peace of mind, and yeah, it might fly against that person's knowledge, being the professional, but you are entitled to a second opinion. You are entitled to your health and well-being. You know your body, not them, because you live it with that discomfort and that pain, and even if you're describing it to him honestly and truthfully, you can still ask for that second opinion and go, no, just to make sure, I'd rather go to the hospital and have it fully checked out, higher resolution equipment, you know, because it's, you know, you've got valid excuse, it's stopping you from doing your job. Yeah, it's clearly not healing when you're doing certain things at work. Well, that's no good. A doctor will never want to hear that, because then that means that you're putting undue pressure on something they've told you to fucking rest. Which is like, well, are you then going to ignore the doctor's advice and listen to your employer, or are you going to listen to the doctor's advice and listen to yourself? You It's one, I know it's difficult. It's the toss up. It's one of those. Like you say, we're making you paranoid. No, it's in your best interests, man. Don't walk around with a fucking injury of any kind and just ignore it. That's how people end up fucking getting worse or dying because they ignore the signs that the body's giving off, right? And it can be simple shit like this. It really can. I can't stress that enough. It can be really simple things that exacerbate into much worse. Either really, really fast or really, really slow. In any case, it doesn't matter because later on you regret it. So you're better off sorting it out as and when it happens immediately. Because it's like anything else, isn't it? It's a job you want to put off doing, and you do it straight away. It's just fucking done and off the list. Then you ain't got to worry about it until you get round to doing it. It's when you put it off for 4 weeks. It's always on the mind. That's what stresses people out as well.
Well, that's what I mean. I think I've done the right thing in going straight away because
for sure. You've covered your ones.
I've left it, but because I've got the splint on it straight away, and fair play, I did come out of there with the splint on. So, is that what the splint's designed to do as well? Relocate it?
Yes, yeah, because it's restricted movement, right? It's partially why, I know it sounds counterintuitive, but although it's supported, it's partially why it will hurt. Because, as you know from the splint and from tuber grips or like wristbands and all that sort of thing, they constrict blood flow. But they constrict blood flow not to the point, they help build up the pressure. And in building up blood flow pressure, you're giving that area where the pressure stops, where the grip is, it's building up a backlog of blood, and the blood itself carries the oxygen and the nutrients that the area needs to heal itself. Whether it's a bruise, whether it's inflamed, whether it's actual physical damage, that's how scabs work, right? So that's why you bleed. So if you've got the right pressure, or the right device designed to do the job, like a splint, a grip, a tuber grip, whatever, if that's designed to keep your hand in one position or a restricted movement position, which you can't move it too much, it's designed to keep that limb in that position so that the lack of movement helps keep the thing in place that's bruised, so you're not causing more damage. Yeah, you're not agitating it. You're letting the bruising go down. You're letting the bone that could potentially be slightly out of place or taking a bit of a knock or twisted in a funny position. You're giving it a chance for your body to naturally realign itself, which it does, even though we don't feel it or see it. We do. It gives it a chance to regenerate over a period of time where it's not getting interfered with. The best example, when you lose a tooth, how often are you able to keep your tongue out of the fucking hole? When you're a kid and you're just like, oh, it's flappy, oh no, now I've got the root, oh, now I've got the hole. And they always say, keep your tongue out of it to stop the saliva going into it, because although the saliva is acidic, it helps keep your mouth clean. You don't want the bacteria from that in your gums in an open wound, because that's what then causes infections. And it stops the blood flow to that area from coagulating, because your saliva is a natural anticoagulant. So it stops it from building up the blood, and then the cells that become the gum that end up pushing that gum into position that eventually forms the seal over the hole. But that happens all over the body, internally and externally. So, any device that's designed to help apply a little bit of pressure and restrict the movement of something, you're best wearing it as often as possible until it gets to the point of being totally uncomfortable, which after 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah, well that's it. When I come out and I had it on, and when I was at home and that, then in the evening, I didn't have it on all night. One, because I still needed to roll, like my fucking joints. Yeah, I needed that fucking bit of movement because my finger could not move at all, so I had to take it off for a bit. That's it though. But overnight and that, I was sleeping with it, and that's what I mean. From the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the swelling was fucking massive. But wearing the splint overnight and that for most of the day, it massively reduced the swelling rapidly.
Because that's also what it's designed to do, is to help reduce the swelling. Because swelling is the overproduction of blood flow and the reaction of the tissues to swell. They do that to protect the damaged area. It's like an extra cushion. But in doing so, it's like a balloon, right? You're putting pressure on the surrounding tissues that isn't damaged. So it's kind of counterintuitive. That's why bruises hurt, do what they do. that's what I would do, man. Stick to your guns, go check it out.
Oh, I've been kicked for being inactive for too long, Brad.
It's alright, always joking.
It's alright, you should come back in on the ship.
I'm guessing your bed logged in.
No, you should just try back in on the ship because the ship's still moving, so it's probably safe persistence.
You would hope. I'm going to bed log with Carol. Just in case.
It's bed logging.
Well,
I don't think you can log out, so that's a ship.
no, I don't mean log out. I mean like just change my.
Oh, what?
Respawn
Oh, I
point,
see what you mean.
Yeah,
Changing
so
your
I used the
respawn
wrong
point.
term,
Yeah,
I
that's,
apologise. I was generalising.
yeah, I was doing. I am doing that. Yeah, I've done it already.
I mean for.
What you guys do at bunker?
Yeah. Did I share the mission? I don't think I did.
I'm in a bed.
You did for me. Yeah, you ain't returned back to the ship with it.
Yeah.
Oh, you have it? No, you're 22.
Habitation.
No, you're 22 miles away, man. 22 million miles away. He's back on the station. You didn't regen into your carrot. So he's come back into the game. He's on the same server without us having to rejoin him, but he's not on the ship.
Wait, did he set you?
Yeah, he's back at Arkell 1.
Hop in a ship and.
Oh, you're looking for this location? Oh, it's on yellow.
Oh, that's fourth. Okay. Fuck it then. I'll just have to go in somewhere. I'll go in. I'll have a chat with him.
I would. You're trying to be sensible. If you get any whiff of him not being sensible, man, then you're going to need to start looking at the HSE and what you're entitled to as a worker for sick days, honestly, because you shouldn't be working with an injury, the kind of job you're doing, unless he gives you the reduced work, basically. And if he's not willing to continue the reduced work, then you want to start questioning your work in that place. Nothing is worth your health. Literally nothing is worth your health. Cannot stress that.
No.
That was going to be near Seraphim. So I haven't come in a better ship. I knew we were going past Seraphim. Not shit's You just keep switching bridges to control and fly this thing. Why not just use the upper deck?
I'll just like keep changing.
Some change. Yeah, I suppose we got the options to try that.
You can fly if you like gun.
You're doing a quantum vegan though,
Hey?
doing quantum vegan because you're going in for. I accept it. I didn't even accept your admission. I don't even know we should.
Do you want me to show it again?
Yeah, go for it. I must have missed it. I must have been chatting shit. Something like my attention.
Oh, it's gone again.
What mission are you trying to do? Bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter.
Oh, suspect apprehension.
Yeah.
Ah.
Not one of them ones, but a different one like that. But so pay 20 grand was the first one, the second one's 10 grand. No, this one's sort of specified.
But I haven't done missions and worked my way up to them being worth loads of money. There's no point going there now because you're in for mission.
No. What's mercenary? Cover rays I'm taking down. Heavy hitters.
Unauthorized surveillance detected. 20k. 15k bounty extraction, but that one's got a load of descriptor errors with it, so that's not worth doing. That's Crusader security. Where's that? Ah, there it is. Security work assessment. About I select one and I'll share it to you. Maybe that'll work with the agents. I run another. What's it? You ready?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll come online. I was loading.
Yeah, no, there you go. That's my share.
FingerBlaster have a tool. Yeah, I've accepted it. FingerBlaster have a tool ship he can fit in it.
Carrot.
Bit for that. That's a good idea. I got the full credit for it. I can get the medical Pisces.
I thought I can control the guns from it.
You can power it on.
Oh, Fury. I didn't see it. Yeah, I got enough of that. Got enough to make it into the arrow. Oh, no, mad.
Yeah, it's powered on, but like not. Oh, enter remote turret is the other side.
Are you on the left hand side here?
No, it was. I didn't see the button basically. I was doing everything else, but not that button.
Yeah, some of the buttons on those screens are really fucking difficult to find,
I hate that. I always struggle sometimes with markers.
Well, when you've got the reflection of this planet against the sun and you're in the wrong part of orbit, it's a real pain in the arse with how vibrant and bright it is on the eyes. It makes it really difficult. Some of the markers just don't show. But that's often, but it happens often, you know. Pain in the arse. Oh, this one's going to be a little bit more shit. Skim the atmosphere. Skim it, which just takes you through the atmosphere just enough to blow you away.
Well, there you be, man. Appreciate all the advice there, like, so food for thought in the morning. Go in and just speak to him about it and just say, listen, look, as much as I want to continue to be in work, I feel as though putting myself through the pain that I'm trying to push off is just,
It's not worth
not worth it in the long run. Obviously, I feel like I just need to just take the time to heal the break or heal the damage, and then
even if it's bruised.
give the full potential.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day,
That's what I mean. It can be bruised.
You can cost yourself your own skill and work to do any job. That's the worst thing. And then you won't have anyone
That's what I mean. Not necessarily broken, you know what I mean? It could be just
the person who works with your hands. You know, like.
That's right, man. It's pissed me off so much that it's something so stupid as just taking the tyre down.
That's what it fucking takes, though. At least you ain't one of these people who does something like that and they get stuck under the fucking stack of tyres, do you know what I mean? Could have been far worse. That is just one fucking part of your thumb. It could have been the whole hand, could have been your forearm, could have been the left hand side of your body, could have been like that guy that got pinned under a forklift truck and had to be amputated from the waist down. You know? So.
Can I get a party invite, please?
Alright. Go on then, I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Fuck it, I'll go to bed and I'll just go in the morning and just speak to him about it. But yeah. Go on then, so I'll speak to you in a bit.
Peace in a bit.
In a bit.
I'd love to do that.
That's good as he's getting on with you guys now. I like that. He's coming out of his shell a bit.
I love people.
He can be quite. He's what's it called? He can be a little bit shy, and when I try and invite other people, he can kind of like bounce off him. Kind of gets a bit, I don't know. Doesn't tend to like play with others, like random.
Yeah, but like you said earlier, I was just saying about the ship with his sister, like, it's that part of the world, right? It's a different ball game when you live in areas of cities or towns that have that kind of dynamic.
It's so weird because he's the opposite in real life. That's the thing.
Yeah, but that's because he's comfortable around you know. It's just a comfortability thing, especially when some people deal really well with knowing strangers online because of the protections of being behind a screen and needing to meet them in real life and all that sort of shit. Well, it can be the other way around and be really trepidatious about speaking too much and stuff online. But no, it's a safe easy man. I love the Scouts accent, so I'm always going to get on with someone that's talking to me who's from Liverpool or Southport or around that area. If it was a woman, man, I'd be trying to fucking tap that shit. No offense. It's not
for me, that.
It's just there's something about the dialects that just really rings pleasingly in my ears. It makes my noise go funny.
Scottish. It's Scottish, Welsh, or Irish for me.
Yeah, see, I've shagged the Welsh bears and they're good. They are good fun. They really are. It is just an accent, I think. Just an accent on a woman. It's really nice and pleasing. Just something else to make the man go moist, really. You get the eye candy, but now you've got some ear candy as well.
I all bent like time birds.
Oh shit, just security down to the fucking I am. Shit, that's it, fuck off. Nah, oh no, I just jumped to the fucking point. I wanted the one that said 14 in a bit, not 1400. Fuck you, Aston Ridge. Ugh, now I've got to fucking turn around.
Legit, I knock myself the fuck out when I play PC, just I'll just stay up afterwards. My brain's so active. Start like knock me out.
Wasn't a minute ago.
smoking in the midst of.
What are you got? What are you doing?
Doing a security work assessment in security post Otaku. So just a confirmation. Only because Brad's won't sticking around. He'd accept it, share it, and then just fuck off and disappear. Whatever reason is dropping his contracts.
Mine's bugged.
Yeah. Although tonight's servers have been shit, and your what you spotted with fingers earlier on, Faldo, that inventory shit when you've not been on, it's been mucking around with other aspects. So there's definitely been.
There's definitely an inventory bug,
yeah,
just like sometimes it can be 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I said that at the start of the night. You can see it in the console when it flags up. Because I was saying, as soon as you're in a party, it's everyone in the party triggers into the console, so you can see who's got which error. And earlier on, when I mentioned this, and I said, I reckon we've got inventory errors, and you said, it might just be what it is. Before we server jumped, because Finger's box was stuck to him. I said that we'd be having inventory issues tonight because it was reloading the errors that the party were having as a whole on the server. So it does give out good information. It's just a shame that 6 of us in that party on that server has caused inventory issues, and they seem to have migrated with us. That's the only problem.
Yeah, I can't do anything with inventory. Not with drinks or anything. Nothing.
Do you know what? I reckon it's that fucking bot glitch for getting free fucking hydration. I reckon that's now what I reckon it's starting to get clocked on and fixed, and that's now what's going to be causing these physical errors. Start fucking us.
It's not happening where I can't use anything, but it's happening where like it taking me 2 or 3 times to like put it.
Yeah, because you've got to do the interaction 2 or 3 times for it to write the memory to the file before the server goes, oh yeah, I'm going to allow you to do the thing. And then you do the thing and it's like, oh well.
Just rolling this. You finished. Oh, fucked it, but it's okay. It's still useful. Oh, it's been hard doing it. I'm about to I still not really do any, but I don't do with some for my mate, and I've got to replace it when I get some. But
at least you can get a helping hand though. I can, but I've got to travel 10 miles into the closest town to try and find someone that would be willing to do.
It's just like it's like hard. There's people around that I know have been caught or are out, and it's just like, does everyone get off the same guy? So it's kind of like
when you bait it up
guys,
yourself that much,
yeah.
Because you've got that much customer, and everyone goes to the same guy.
Yeah.
Which sucks. I suppose that's part and parcel of the fucking game.
And the only other people I know that do it is sell sativa and /or sell other high quality drugs, and the rule is not to mix weed with people who sell other high quality drugs, because well, if they're willing to sell people fucked up drugs, and they are quite not weed, well, they're not willing to sell drugs to people that's going to kill them, so I believe in them more. And it means they care more about the product they sell rather than the money.
It's just finding those people doing it these days, because it's a different ballgame than it used to be 10, 15 years ago, that's for sure. Come on, Fred, elevator, you can fucking work so I can get out of this boat. Fuck it, I don't climb back up to you, Fred, so
Right.
I'm gonna sit here. Alright, I can go get my fucking brother thing.
What up?
Yo,
How's everybody doing?
Oh,
I'm alright. What we got going on today?
I've just accepted to do a security work assessment for a security post Opal on Yellow of all hostels. So a bunker mission.
The bunker, is it? Okay.
Because Brad wanted to do his, but every time he's tried to accept it and get there, it's then disappeared off his map and dropped the contract for some reason. So I was just like, fuck it, we'll do a contract that's the same, but I'll just do one and share it. And we're doing what I wanted to do in the first place.
How far away is it? I don't even know.
Elio.
It's on Yellow, so you're.
I thought I had the mission, but I don't anymore. I accepted the share.
Okay, I'll share it again. No, it's my dad's stuff. Right, sharing now. Come on.
Oh.
There we go, thank
I
you.
got shot.
Sorry?
Are we going to go outside? Yeah, I walked outside and got killed inside.
Immediately?
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Wow.
By the turret.
Oh, there's a fucking turret here.
Well, I don't know. I don't think so.
No, because I just landed in front of the fucking place, so there shouldn't be a turret.
I heard pew pew and then pew pew and then I was like, huh? And then pew 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 pew, dead.
Oh dear. So
I might hop in the top turret or something and just see what's going on.
no, I think I see what happened. People were in ships. I think they've turned around and opened fire on you from their ship. Shit. Someone knows I'm in here. Either that or there is a turret and I just can't see it. They are firing into this opening. They can see the door opening and closing.
Oh shit, aye.
Oh, shit.
Are they in the ship or was that you?
No, that's out.
Oh, they just killed me.
Fuck. So,
I'm gonna go to the top pilot. Oh, I can see them. They're inside shooting at us.
Are they players?
Come inside.
They're AI. They're AI from the bunker.
Fuck off, are they AI? How do they turn around and go? Fuck.
I'll shoot at them with the turret, man.
No, they're not. They are fucking ordinary players because I can give them a crime stat. They ain't AI, dude.
You got option to give you a crime stat. Do it.
Crime stat, yeah, I did.
Oh fuck
That's what
yeah!
we left the right brackets for if you die. Yeah, they are.
Oh, I didn't even. I read it and didn't even think about it. Fucking stoned, right? Man. Oh, so there's blood at the ship.
Yeah, okay. Cool. So they're doing that mission, and obviously didn't want us doing that mission as well. Fucking assholes.
Yeah, I think there's some guys on it.
What time is it now?
20 past 10, sorry. Yeah, I don't need to see my fucking shitty little cargo ship that I've been done. Where the fuck have I woken up? Up here. Arco 1. Jaeger committed destruction against a vehicle, I think. Yes, I know he did. I hope he got crime stat cut.
What's his name today?
Yeah, do. I need to reread it in the list because I clocked the name, but I didn't like clock it to expect to answer that question. It's Jaeger Z410. It's just below Joey81 and Catalea in the members list.
I'm gonna call it a night there. I was gonna do that mission and head off, but
yeah,
called it short, so I'm gonna call it a night there.
I'll do something else after that. To be honest, I was doing it because yours wouldn't accept. To be honest, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'd not bother Faldo. I'm gonna record that mission and get to SirFaldo and go from there.
Okay.
Where did that happen at?
Yellow.
Which way, dude?
Catch you in a bit, bro. No accepted or joined him on his mission like 3 times before we even started moving, and it just kept dropping the contract off. Like he'd get to just being able to set the route, and then it'd disappear again. So he had the route set to the place, but then no beacon, no mission to do, no contract. It's like, what the fuck's going on here? So yeah, I do think this. There's other things that have been going on wrong as well. So like this is currently saying to me that there's a entity issue for items in the Starlifter being placed around. Someone's got issues with load interaction, spawn action issues. Just to notice, someone losing their inventory on a death. Corpses respawned. Found an ownerless skin attachment for the landing gear in the entity of RSI Constellation Phoenix. It does feel like console is up to this game as well, and chopping out these issues. So I've definitely seen some of what I expected to see.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again.
Okay, that's another issue. Oh, it's my ship. It's my ship. Yeah, that's still there. Woo. What's that so far down? That shouldn't be that far down. Oh, don't tell me you've been using the wrong fucking one.
You've been using... Oh my god. Fuck you, stream.
What?
It's been using my external fucking boom mic for the microphone all evening instead of my fucking headset mic.
Oh.
Yeah, for 3 hours and 11 minutes.
Oh.
Fuck's sake.
Has it heard you at all?
I assume so, yeah, because I've set that boom mic up to record my PA so that I can basically pull it all the way down in front of the speaker and record it like a proper studio without having to go into Ableton and then OBS to then do what this Twitch app would do. However, this wouldn't be anywhere near as good quality wise because I'd be missing all my studio VSTs that I have in like the master chain and the recording chain for my rack system. So the guitar won't sound as good, or maybe it will, because then it's capturing what I hear coming out the PA, but it won't be like studio quality like it would be if it was going down the USB and into my computer. But I was testing it earlier on to see if it was a possibility, because obviously I've had it set up the way that I've just explained, going through 2 programs. But I think using the Twitch app with the streaming that it does and the ease of controls I have here, I think just recording it like I would do in a studio if I was just a guitarist, you know, with a microphone in front of the amp, I think that's going to actually be an easier method without a lot of headaches to just record my plain guitar on top of music to do covers rather than trying to be clever and do them at studio quality with all the shit set up and stuff, because that's a lot of tracking and OBS is being a little bit of a bitch, and it destroyed my streaming profile in OBS to do the one for the studio, so I prefer the Twitch app. Now I'm using the Twitch Studio app, I think I might just use this to record everything. It seems a lot more intuitive. It's supposed to auto, like Discord, it's supposed to auto change between headset and whatever I'm using, whether I switch the headset on or off or not, because it auto changes for me when this power's on or not. it hasn't changed back at some point tonight, and I don't know why, because I haven't seen it happen. So I think my microphone audio on tonight's stream is going to be a bit quiet. But it is what it is. Oh, what are you doing? Oh my god. Fuck this shortcut. Oh. It's the second time that's happened. I tell it to open the doors while I'm already in the air in the hangar and it just auto lands me. For fuck's sake. Issues. Tier 2 Seraphim. Ooh.
Thank you.
Get back over to where I should be. Yeah, of course it ain't gonna give me that shit. Where's my fucking shit that he gets rebuffed? No. Oh my god. Just went spam station. Why did you clear? Oh, fuck off. Jesus Christ. Yeah, definitely got some fucking issues tonight. What's everyone else doing?
I'm floating around Crusader at the moment.
Floating around? Are you outside?
Well, no, I'm just flying my ship around.
Fair game.
That's cool.
Ah, that's a point, Faldo, while you're here.
Yeah.
I would like to know, I did search it up, and me and Zoe did attempt to do it last night. How do we get to the river on New Babbage? What? Because I tried to do the directions that were on there.
I will
where
go
there was
there now.
there were three variations. There was one by jump points, there was one by coordinates, and there was one by some other method.
I'm going to go see if I can find it. If I can find it easy, I'll let you know.
Cool. But I vaguely remember looking at the closest waypoints that you sort of went to, and then tried to remember the shape of the glacier or the lake that was above it. And I remember you saying about it being a sort of seahorse shape, and it's like the bottom tail end of it. And if you fly towards there, I can remember it being quite visible as well when I was following you in. And I tried to do the same, what I thought were the same directions that you would have looked up with regards to where its positioning is on New Babbage, and we tried to follow them.
What did you do?
What was it? It was like, get to heading, from New Babbage, do heading 205 degrees, quantum jump to, what was it, NGY something or other, E2 something dash NGY or SPY, whatever the code was for the facility. Head towards that, and then at like 900 kilometers, jump out of QT, and then yeah, it was like.
I'll go find it now.
Right, I'm back.
That's basically what we were attempting to do, but I just thought it would be a good idea for me to ask you, and then I've got the. So yeah, I'm asking him, Zoe, about the river last night.
We found it.
Oh, you found it, did you? Well,
yeah, we found it.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. So it is just me. But yeah, basically, I would like that knowledge again for a second time, so that I can bake it into my memory, and then I'll know how to find it all the time. Because I do want to use that canyon for racing my bike around and getting really good at doing a bike ride around it, like from start to finish. Because I do think up in the mountains in that swampy section where it starts, when you beg-logged out that day in the cutter, I do think having a start point there for a race and then racing the canyon all the way down into the lake and having the lake mouth, the delta, be the finish line, I think that'd be a shit hot fucking bike race.
Where are you going?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I was coming to Crusader, which I kind of need to do because I need to reset where my ships are and I don't want to have to fucking expedite them and all that shit. What do you mean? I have all my shit at Seraphim.
Oh, yeah, we moved all our stuff to Tressler.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Like yesterday, the day before.
I didn't know that's what everyone was doing. Is that just because of these missions?
No, just because we've fancied somewhere new, so we've moved all our stuff to Tressler.
Cool.
New Babbage is our new
I
base.
didn't realise that was what was happening.
No
That
shit.
was never mentioned, so... Or at least
It was, because we all...
Not when
I
was
mean,
on,
at least...
because I joined
Yeah,
after you guys
100%. 100%.
Well,
we did it all as a group the other day,
but I've found out, I'm going to say this once. I'm only just hearing about this now. It's new information to me. So it wasn't mentioned last night when I was on, in the sense of, oh, we've moved into New Tressler for this reason, for something new. It's something I'd have remembered. Because I would have immediately done it instead of just joining in on the fucking box missions that people were doing. And trying to catch up with everyone.
Well, at least 3 or 4 of it.
No, I'll do it now. I'm getting a ship. Oh, if I'd known that, I'd have never moved from New Babbage earlier on before you joined back on. I'd have stayed there and just used the port.
Microtech.
Fuck. Yeah, but good thing that I know now, because I've got a lot of stuff on Seraphim, to be honest.
Yeah.
Is this also to sort of stop Obi potentially like jumping in and finding all of us as well?
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah. Because he's obviously expecting everyone to be at Seraphim, so... Yeah. That's why I was asking, is there any other monikers he goes by besides, what was that first one? Spader?
Stellaric, or whatever it's called.
Stellaric. See, I don't know. I didn't know GRA for long enough. I didn't know him for long enough, or half the shit. I just appreciate that what's happened hasn't been fucking savoury. I don't want to get caught up in it, and at the same time, if that kind of toxicity exists around that person, then I don't want to be a part of it, so I'm going to do the same fucking thing and protect myself. Right, no offence to the dude, didn't really do anything to me, but I've made some good friends in this org, and being allowed to join the Discord and so on and so forth, so protecting their interests too, which I only think is fucking fair. Let's go there. 3 or 4? Fucking hell, how much do you want me to jump around this fucking place? Oh, you cheeky. Oh. What? Where the fuck's this putting me? Why are you doing this? Oh my days. Yeah, cool. Is that my dead body? That's my dead body. Do I go get my dead body? No. Oh yeah.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay. Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Yes. Well, I did all that naked.
The way to do it.
What, in a Titan? Not really incident unsafe. I only have to open the canopy and I'm fucked.
That's the way to do it.
Living on the edge.
Just don't do that.
Yeah, no. It's a good job that it takes the F key and a good look around before that exit ship comes. Right, so
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
I'm gonna
See, I'm
store
just in
you.
my
You're
F8,
destroyed.
so
I'll leave you
I-
there. You're at Seraphim. You're all
Pure
over the place.
canopy.
Dragonfly's already at Babbage. Let's bring the car.
Your insurance
here.
claim has been sent. Thank you. Please visit us
Aha.
again.
I want clay. Have you got anything stored there?
No. No, everything, literally everything is elsewhere. But I need a ship that has enough storage to be able to move all my shit over. Good job I have some boxes. This is where they will come in handy. Fuck you.
Yeah, I just sorted it into. I filtered it and then I copied each.
Yeah, that's
and
what I
moved
do.
all each category at once.
Yeah, that's what I do. I've got one for weapons and ammo and sundry items, and then I've got one for just all the armor and like the heavy tools. Oh, fuck off with the collision boxes. You're not that fucking big, mate. Jesus. I don't know why I'm saying that to an NPC.
The
It's the
vehicle
game.
parts that take up the biggest space.
The what?
Vehicle parts.
I am not transferring those because I found that
Yeah, I
a
would
lot of
avoid it.
them I can't transfer or sell anyway, because whenever I try to, they don't appear in my inventory for the local, even though they've just been taken off the ship in that particular location. So I'm like, oh fuck it.
Yes, very specific places in
Yeah.
which you sell them.
Yeah, I did find one the other night. I can't remember exactly which station it was, but it wasn't like a planet side one. It was one of the ones in fucking space, L1 or L2 or L3 or L4, wherever it was. I can't even remember. Just know it was fucking. I was surprised that I could sell them there. I was like, yeah, I'll fucking sell these here. And then that's when I sold one that I wish I hadn't sold. And then realised the mistake I made when I ended up buying the wrong fucking thing at RSN the next day. Which, by that time it was too late, because I'd already claimed my fucking ship to get the new fucking engine on it, and I didn't need to. Well, what have we got? What have we got? What's in this? No, empty. I think that's empty. Yeah, you can go in there. There's enough two of you. Put that back on because we're just nice. I'm just gonna put in there. There's two more. Let's put another fucking suit in there. Oh. Okay, we're putting 69%. Take that. Okay. What's in there? Oh, there's all my guns. Cool. So we'll take the force skill off. Those bad boys on. Put one of those bad boys on. Him. And then pistol. You. Just put one of those off so you can go there. Let's put a couple of those off. Let's make it. You can stack. Yeah, you can go in there with that. Oh, okay.